with Phoenix, and that was the wrong cover that was on the countdown there. So don't pay attention to that. That was last week. And Oliver's got big news. In just over 2 weeks, he's set sail from Oregon to Hawaii with his cat, Phoenix, aboard, of course. And since we spoke last November, Oliver's left his job. He left a job and has been working nonstop to get his boat ready for this Pacific crossing. He's tackled everything from unexpected repairs to crucial upgrades, and he's here to share about those things, what is planned for the next couple of weeks when he makes his crossing, and as well as the plan for the crossing itself. This episode is for anyone dreaming of going ashore, wondering what it really takes, or just needing a dose of honest, salty inspiration. But first, please like, subscribe, and share this video and help out the channel. And also, please drop your comments in the live chat so Oliver can answer your questions in real time. I'm Captain Tinsley of Salty Abandon and Island Packet 320 Sailboat, and this is the Salty Podcast, episode 58. Let's get into it. Hello, Oliver.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
TikTok, it's coming.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm beyond excited. I can't wait. It's like the night before Christmas for, it's been like the night before Christmas for like 5 months,
I know. This is the night before the night before the night before the night before Christmas.
Yeah.
Erica says, "Hey, Oliver, I guess you know who. Maybe she's one of your followers."
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Okay, so last we talked, you had like 6 months or something, and so I'm sure a lot's changed. I've kind of caught up a little bit on your videos, but we're going to talk about 3 topics, but the first one I want to cover is plans for the next 2 weeks. So it's 15 days. Is it 15? 16?
15 days, yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's coming up.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do? It's crunch time. So what do you have to do over the next 2 weeks?
I have to provision. I have to completely organize the boat. I have to unpack the boat completely and then repack it. And right now, I've not been on shore power for like 6 days now. I'm just running everything and just seeing how it goes and messing with the solar and then I've got a few little things I still have to do, which I still haven't like put anything in a list or anything. This whole process I've just been firing from the hip and winging it. But off the top of my head, like my DC ampers thing, I've got a new one in order. I have to change it out because I melted it. Because it's only a 50 amp thing, and I ran the microwave, which is 50 amps, and I had to turn all the lights on at the same time for some reason, and it just like melted the back of it. It still works, but I'm gonna replace that.
Yeah, your DC is gonna be important.
Yeah, I'll have 100 amp or 150 amp or 100 amp. I can't remember what I got, but that shouldn't. I'm not gonna use the microwave, but just put a new one in there, and then I gotta tie down my life raft. I mean, there's a few things, just little things, and
the big one. That's a big one that you're gonna unpack everything. Kind of like when you get a new boat, unpack everything and don't put anything back on the boat you don't need.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's hard to know what's all there.
That I think I'll be throwing away. But yeah, that's gonna be a challenge for sure. But yeah, that's kind of it, and then kind of just continue to monitor the weather, and because it's not looking good right now on like May 1st on that date. So I don't know that I'll be leaving May 1st because according to predict winds right now, it's all going to be like just headwind for all the way down the coast. So yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know. We'll see. I'll just keep monitoring it, and it
What's
looks
your
like
route?
I'm gonna go out the bar, and then I'm gonna hang left and try and because I'll get like 100 miles offshore, and then I'll try and follow the trade winds as long as it's like one constant flow. But I don't know. I'll route as I'm there as I'm doing it, depending on the winds.
Okay, and you said that you have what's the name of the device you have again? Iridium Go.
Yeah, I've got an Iridium Go and Starlink.
Oh, you do have Starlink.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All right, but you don't have an inReach.
no, which is
So,
basically the Iridium Go.
are you gonna have Starlink on going across?
Yeah,
Are you gonna have that package on?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'd love to track you. So we got to
yeah,
figure that out.
yeah.
And I'll
I'll
do some
find.
like, oh, he's here now.
Yeah,
I'll do
yeah.
some
I'll
updating.
send you the link to it because I know how to send it individually to people, but I
Right.
don't know how I'll do it so that everybody could see it.
That's kind of sketchy when you do that. I used
Yeah,
to
I'll be in
do
the middle of
that,
the
and
ocean though, so good luck trying to
I
get
know
me.
there might be. Well, you're right. But still,
Yeah,
you got a lot of followers.
yeah,
Um, okay, so that answers you're giving yourself a hard departure date or staying flexible with the weather. You answered that.
yeah. But I need to
Provisioning.
be ready by like my goal is to just be. I'm packed. I am ready to go May 1st at the drop of a hat.
Are
As
you
soon as the
still in the
weather.
marina or you in
Yeah, I'm in the
and
marina.
but you're just kind of checking all your systems out
Yeah.
and being okay. Oh, are you still you're in the marina, you just unplugged?
Well, I just did a couple nights at anchor and then came
Okay.
back and still haven't plugged in I'm
That's
just
good.
learning everything.
Yeah, that's smart. Do it right there where it's safe. And
Yeah.
then just turn everything on,
Yeah.
unplug and
Yeah.
turn everything on and see how long it
Yeah.
lasts.
Yeah. Yeah. And it gets crazy windy here and the boat rocks like crazy. It's almost like I'm at anchor, so it kind of simulates it, I guess, a little bit.
uh Special meals? Any routines for the crossing? Any kind of trying to how to keep your mind busy? Are you gonna be listening
Oh,
to audiobooks or anything?
I don't have a problem keeping my mind busy. And I've got a couple books. I don't read, but I do have books, and I'm hoping that I read them. Hopefully, I get bored enough to read them, because that's what it'll take.
What
And
about audiobooks
I don't know. I don't want to deal with the downloading and all that stuff. And
on your phone?
yeah, I don't know. I don't want to because you have to
Okay.
buy a thing, and I don't know. I
30
don't have any
days,
money,
man. That's
so
a long time.
yeah,
You could be about 15 days in it because, damn, I should have listened to Tinsley.
yeah. I know. I know. I know.
I need something to read or listen to.
Yeah.
What about music?
No. I don't.
Wow. Just you
Yeah.
and God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Just
cool.
me, my cat, and I'm gonna. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I don't. And as far as the music thing, I'd rather be just like totally like I didn't want to bring Starlink. Originally, I ended up bringing it because I do want to kind of like. Well, a lot of people have like supported me, so I wanted to like give back in a way so that people could follow the journey and stuff.
Mhm.
And I do also want to make social media a make like a career out of it. So I
Yeah,
figured it's probably just a good decision just to get Starlink.
sure. So
So,
you'll
but
be
yeah,
posting on the trip?
yeah, as long as it works. I don't really know
Right.
how well it works offshore, but as long as it's working, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I know that you have to have a different package for 40 miles offshore.
yeah,
Okay. Um, y'all, if y'all have any questions for Oliver, please drop them in the live chat. You got quite a few people watching on Instagram. That's where your people are.
yeah, yeah.
Um, okay, so the crossing itself. Well, are you mentally preparing for the solitude and pace of passage life? That doesn't sound like it's going to be a problem for you.
No, I've literally spent the last 4 months completely isolated, like
But you
from
have been on social media.
Yeah, I've been on social media, but that's not like I don't know. I think I'll be okay. Like I'm comfortable with my own thoughts alone
I
for a
like
long
it.
period of time.
I like
And
it.
yeah, so if I don't have social media for whatever reason, if the thing doesn't work, um yeah, the whole this last 4 months has been like the test as to whether or not I literally haven't talked to anyone for 4 months at all. So it's
After
in
the
like
job.
person. other than like going to a store, talking to the guys at like England Marine or something. But you know,
Friends, family, anybody saying don't do it?
yeah, some followers, some sailors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get all ends of the spectrum. People
Yeah.
going, yeah, you're gonna be fine. Other people going,
You're
you're gonna die.
crazy.
You know, yeah, yeah. So,
All right. Well, I got a couple of kitty questions because I
yeah.
have three cats, and like I told you before we went online, I'm going to be traveling with them. So how is Phoenix handling all the prep chaos, and does she know something big's coming?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if she knows. She might. She might pick up on it, but she's doing okay. She when it gets like rough out, she just goes on my bed and just curls up and just lays there, and that's what she does in general, anyway. So like it's fine. And anytime I take the boat out, I give her favorite foods just to like give her the it's a good thing that we're taking the boat out. And then anytime we get back as well, I do the same thing. But yeah, she's I think she'll be fine.
Do you think I've heard people say that cats well, dogs too can get seasick.
Yeah, she's gotten seasick once before,
She did.
but not since then. Not It was like the first time I took her out.
Oh, it was rough,
Yeah.
or was it rough?
Well, it wasn't overly rough. I just don't think she was used to the motion. But she hasn't been seasick since.
How long you been on the boat with her?
A year now, exactly, pretty
Oh,
much.
yeah. So
Yeah.
she's had time to
Yeah.
get used to it, get used to the motion. We talked about some ways you made the boat safer, more comfortable for her during the crossing. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so I set up the nets around the side of the boat, so that there's just there to catch her if she slips. Um, but for the passage, I'm not going to let her out unless it's like really calm, and I'm like fully there and alert. Like if I let her out, it'd be with the intention of letting her out, and that would be my focus.
Right.
It's just I know it sucks to have her in the boat for that long, but it's not worth the risk having her guts because I can't get her to wear a life jacket or a harness or anything. I tried to walk her for years. Literally, I spent like 3 years trying to walk my cat and get a harness on her, but it wouldn't work. So
What if
that's
you
why I
put
put
a what if you put a harness on her and then put her in the cockpit and
I
just
can't get a harness on her.
oh, okay.
I literally can't get a harness. It's impossible. She'll spend the rest of the time. She'll find a way to get it off too.
Right. What if she was in the cockpit? I won't go on and on about this, but what if she's in the cockpit and she's kind of distracted because you're out in the middle of the Pacific? Do you think she'd still try to get it off?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be able to get it on her
Okay.
to
She
get her in the
fights you.
cockpit. Yeah.
Like putting a
She,
cat in a bucket.
yeah. It wouldn't be possible. Um, but yeah, if she gets out there, those nets up there that would catch her if she slips. So yeah.
All right. The crossing itself, your expected route. So you're gonna go out, hang a left, go down, and then follow the trades. And I haven't
Yeah.
looked at a map to see what the trades do right there. What do they do?
It's kind of like spotty from here to California, and it changes. But once you get to right around California, it kind of just does this swooping thing directly to Hawaii. So it'd be completely
Oh,
downwind all the way to Hawaii once I get to California or
okay.
that
So how
area.
far how far south is that in California?
I have no idea. I just look at the map and I kind of like see, yeah, it's right around where I need to go.
Okay, copy that. How long do you think it'll take?
I don't really know. I don't know. Predict wind is, I think, wrong. It says it'll take like from talking to people, most people think it'll take roughly 25 days to get there, but predict wind says like 15 to 20. But I did get a new mainsail as well, and the bottom's fresh paint and everything, so I'm slick and fast. So I don't know. I really don't know how long it'll actually take. Um,
What do you think the
so
average hull speed to be? 5, 6?
probably 5 knots.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I usually plan on conservatively.
yeah.
Um, what kind of weather winds are
But I
you
don't really
looking for?
know with this new mainsail. I had the original sails from 1991, so and I just took it out the other day, and it's really hard to gauge compare as far as how much faster it is because of the currents at different speeds and stuff like that. But um, yeah, it seems pretty fast, and also pointing in the wind, it points into wind so much better. So I don't know.
Oh, with the
Yeah,
new sail?
yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Um, what's your biggest concern going into the crossing? Gear, weather, fatigue?
What is my biggest concern? Yeah, gear, something catastrophic failing that I wouldn't be. Some things are going to break, I think for sure. But as far as what it is, like, yeah, something. If I lose all power, that would suck because I don't know how to navigate without it. So, but I do have a sextant and all the books on board as far as how to use it in the event that I do. But yeah, that would really suck if I lost power. Um,
Well, that's not going to happen, especially since you're getting that DC charger.
yeah.
Well, was it inverter or DC? What is it
Oh,
that you're
well, I've
buying?
got an inverter. I'm just getting a new DC amperes thing. This.
Oh, oh, okay. The old school one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um,
But and I've got a one of the things that I did in here. I've got it's an electric generator. So in the event that I lose power, that's its own battery bank, and it's at 100% charge all the time. It's routed to the batteries. So I've
okay.
got on the circuit panel. I've got a switch for specifically that. So I switch that on, so it leaves it at 100% charge. And if I lose all power, I still have that, and that plugs into I could plug it into my solar panels. So I would still have
Well, would that charge your batteries?
that. No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it would charge my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. I got you. And you want to connect the solar panels to make it charge? Is that what
I
you're
would.
saying?
Yeah. It can. So if I lose all power for whatever reason, I have that, and it can also get charged off of the solar panel. Right now, it's getting charged off of my batteries, so that
Right.
it just maintains 100% charge. But if I have the ability to plug it into my solar if I lose
Okay.
power. So I'll always have that battery as long as that works. But it's
All
kind of
right.
like a redundancy for the scenario that I lose power.
All right. So that was kind of a negative question. How about what do you plan on? What's the good thing you plan on getting out of this trip?
I just sailing out of a freaking river, just sailing and like not being worried about hitting things.
Yeah.
Will be really nice to just and then just learn the boat in a way that I've not learned about my boat before. All of my sailing has been on the river, which is it sucks. I hate sailing on the river, so I'm just super excited to just sail.
Is it a
And
pretty wide river? What river is it?
it's wider here, but where I was, it's super narrow. It's the Columbia River,
Okay.
and then like here, it's pretty wide, but it's deceptive because like
Oh,
you
it's
see
shallow.
water, but there's like you literally see like this giant thing of water. You think you could sail there, but then you see like a seagull standing up. You're like, oh, that's not good. Don't go there.
I'm pulling it up here. I think
Yeah.
I pulled it up before. Is this it? It's between. Oh, that's this Salish Sea. That's not it, is it?
It's the Columbia River in Oregon, and I'm at Astoria. I'm at the coast.
Oregon. Okay. All right. So, what about what do you think you'll get out of it? Just the sense of accomplishment, or
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
whole thing, this whole vibe you have about leaving it all behind, leaving the
Yeah.
corporate world, the whole 401k thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No, that's the work that I've put. I mean, I've put in it literally for the past 4 or 5 months. It's been like 7 days a week, 10 hours a day. I've been working on this boat nonstop. And I went 4 months without sailing, just working it because I couldn't sail because of the condition the boat was in with all the stuff I was doing to it. And that has been the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life was that much work in that small amount of time. Like I basically did everything I think most people do over the course of like years. I did it in 4 months, and that's been really cool. So like, not only did I get my boat ready to, because I could have technically, I could have left pretty much right when I got the boat and sailed to Hawaii. It would have been difficult, but I could have. But my boat is ready to sail around the world, to cross multiple oceans. So, because I'm not stopping at Hawaii, I am gonna
wow.
stop at Hawaii for like 6 months to a year. I'm not
Yeah.
sure yet, but around that time frame, because I have to pay. I've done a lot of this on credit cards, so
Yeah.
I have to pay down the credit cards and as quickly as possible. So I'll get to Hawaii and work, and then just continue to not eat food and pay down. Because by the time I get there, I should be in like, I think I'm going a little bit over than what I anticipated, but I should be in like a roughly $7,000 in credit card debt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is not that crazy. Like the Hydrovane was $7,000, and I paid for that in cash, and I was able to save that literally eating only rice over the course of like 3 or 4 months when I was working. So I'll try and get a job in Hawaii, and I'll figure it out when I get there. I don't know. I'll figure it out, and then
What?
pay it
Where are
down as
you going to
quickly.
go into in
The
Hawaii?
plan is Waikiki Harbor.
Ah,
Because there's a
okay.
West Marine, right? And there's a West Marine in like walking distance, as well as there's another Marine store there as well.
Yeah.
It's the only island that has a West Marine. So
Really?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I chose
I've
that
been
one.
to a lot of the Hawaiian Islands, and there's like 1,000,000 people on that island.
Yeah, it's a populated island.
Yeah,
But
but you
I originally wanted
but
to
you
go
could
to
get
like
a job.
Maui. Yeah, I think the jobs are going to be available to get there. But I originally wanted to go to Maui because I've got multiple friends that live there.
Mm.
But it doesn't have any marine stores, and it's also like much more spread out. So like you'd have to have like a car.
Yeah, that's true.
So
You could take
Waikiki
an
Harbor.
Uber when you're in Honolulu and get
I don't
anywhere.
have any. I don't have any money.
Well, do you have a bike?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about getting a bike, but I know they have those like electric scooters. I might get like a subscription to that and just scoot it
Okay.
around everywhere.
I
Yeah,
have a little boat bike.
yeah.
I'm looking at the Columbia River. It looks far inland. I must be looking at the wrong.
Well, it goes to like it goes far. I don't know. It goes to Idaho,
Okay. Give me a city where it comes out into big
Astoria.
water. Astoria is where
Yeah,
it comes out into
like
bigger
Warrenton.
water?
Yeah,
Okay, let me
that's the
say
mouth.
Astoria. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. All right. Yeah, that's a long river.
Yeah,
So, and tell me again where you are.
I'm at the mouth. I'm at the mouth of it. So I'm in Warrenton Marina. So
Okay. Oh, I see Warrenton. Okay, let me put this up so people can see where he is.
yeah, right where basically where it's highlighted.
Right? Is it right here?
Uh,
Right here?
right. Yeah, that's right where I am. Right down there.
I see
I'm
some
in that
marinas.
marina.
Right here?
Yep.
Or this one?
No, the other one.
This one.
That one. Yep. Yep. I'm in. I'm in. I can tell you what slip I'm in. Yeah.
Hey, it's empty.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is empty.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
That's
surprising.
exactly how it looks. So
Is it because boats are
I
put
think
up
that's
for the
one
winter?
boat.
Where's your boat?
If you move your cursor up one row and then to the left row,
Over
I'm
here?
there. I'm right. I'm over like 4 slips.
This way?
No, nope, to the right. Right. No, it's not my boat. But I'm on that left column.
Okay.
Right, yeah, I'm in that
Right
row.
in here.
No, on the left.
Over here.
Yeah, I'm in right there.
Okay. Well, that looks pretty protected in there.
Yeah, it gets crazy windy here though, like every
Really?
day. Yeah, it gets insane.
It looks like a big old river.
Yeah,
But you
it,
say there are markers and everything?
yeah,
Okay, so you're gonna
yeah.
come
There's a lot of
out,
shallows there.
and I don't know how far you have to come out, but you said you're gonna
I'm just
go
gonna go
100.
out 100 miles and get just
Okay.
offshore,
Yeah.
and then yeah, start going left.
And somewhere down here, the trades start being
Yeah,
in your favor.
I've been told that when you put a stick of butter on outside, and by the time it melts, that's when you turn to Hawaii.
Ah!
I think I'm gonna do that, and just I might just do that. It'd be kind of cool.
Kinda old school.
Yeah. So
Alright, so now we know you're going to, Honolulu, and you've already got the marina. Is it real expensive, the marina?
no, not as much as you'd think. I thought it was good. Like that was the
I would
deciding
think it was
factor.
expensive.
Yeah, it's like roughly $350 a month for a
What?
non-liveaboard slip. But yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
You can't get that in Alabama.
no, yeah. It's 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 not bad. I expected it to be. I know California could be like 1,200 a month for a slip, which is insane.
Shoot, I thought
So
no, Cheryl, not the Big Island. Um, the Big Island is, well, the bigger island.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah, I plan
uh,
on exploring all of the islands, which would be really cool when I get there. Like when I get there, I plan on taking like because I've not like so I've worked a job since I was like 16
yeah,
consecutively nonstop up until I quit my career a year ago, but then I quit that other job that I got 4 or 5 months ago.
yeah.
And even during this duration, it's not like I've not been just hanging out. I've literally, if anything, my workload has increased. So,
From
so
working
when I
on the
get to
boat.
Hawaii, I plan on taking like a couple months and just hanging out. You know,
It sounds
just
wonderful.
enjoying it a bit.
So
So
you had a job at, I'm trying to remember the name of that store. It was a tire place.
yeah, I got another tire. It was a different type of
Right.
job, but yeah, another tire place, and I didn't do anything for that. I literally like I would show up to work and I
I
would
remember you
that it
saying
was like I had my own like I didn't have any like bosses that I worked for a dealership. I was contracted to work in a dealership to sell tires for the dealership. So I didn't have any like bosses there. So I would just sit. That's how I learned how to edit all my videos. I just sat there for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, editing videos for social media, and that's where I learned it all.
Nobody could see that. I mean, they
They
didn't
could
give you any
I ended
duties?
up getting fired, so
Yeah, I
they could
know.
see. They figured it out that I literally didn't do my job.
Did you have a list of duties or anything?
Yeah, I had to sell tires, and they kept coming down on me. They're like, "Why aren't you selling tires?" Why? They were just so incredibly they're tyrants, and they just wanted me to sell. I literally was physically not capable of selling. I can't sell tires anymore. I can't do it.
You're over it.
I can't do it. Yeah, there's no way. And yeah, they wanted me to sell time, and I would get these crazy emails, and they took my office chair away, and
They
because I
didn't
was
want you
sitting in
sitting
it.
down.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just funny.
Thank you, Cheryl. Oh, and it's Oahu, by the way, where he's going. Uh, yeah, I think he's pretty good at the old Instagram editing. He has some great videos.
Yeah, I
Uh,
figured it out,
so
but
so you said you would get the crazy emails.
yeah, I just get crazy, and uh, yeah, I just didn't do that job. I literally, I went into that job with a mindset of being like, I'm gonna try and pull off this social media stuff, or at least figure it out while
Right.
I'm at this job, and just take that opportunity for that time in the day. Instead of doing the job, I'll spend all of that time on on me. It's terrible as far as like, an employee goes, but it was
Have they
like an
ever watched
investment.
your videos?
I think, I don't know. I don't think so. One of my old boss, one of my bosses when I was there got fired. He does see my videos. He does follow me now, and yeah,
That's pretty funny. Your
yeah,
followers are grateful to the tire company for training you.
yeah.
Oh, that's a
It's
good
funny.
one. All right, so they said, "Okay, you gotta go. You're not doing anything."
So yeah,
And
that's what. Because I don't know if you remember when we originally spoke. The plan to sail to Hawaii was originally April 2026
yeah,
or May 2026.
I
That
do
was the
remember that.
original plan, and my job started. I could see the end coming. I could clear as day. They were sending all the crazy emails. I was getting written up. I got written up like 5 times in 1 week once. I was like, what the hell is going on?
What would they say? There's people
Just
coming in and you weren't selling them any tires?
yeah,
You'd say,
I
"Just go
wasn't
away?"
meeting the quotas, and
Okay.
then the dealership management was telling them I was just sitting in my chair. And then they took my chair, and then I grabbed the chair and I brought it back because I was like,
Wow.
I'm not going to stand and edit these videos. I got to sit down to edit these videos.
Did you
And
tell them that?
no, they didn't know I was editing. But they didn't know what I was doing. They just thought I was being like lazy, um, which I really wasn't. Like I was working really really hard for the time I was there, but just not for them.
Right.
And I can't remember where we were going, but yeah. So I could see the end closing in, and I had at that point, at, at the moment that I recognized that I was like a month away from, I knew I was a month away from getting fired. Um, I realized I had already done so much work to the boat, like much more work to the boat than I'd gotten further than I had anticipated. And I just, in a fleeting like impulsive decision, I like posted a video. I was like, I'm going to shoot for this upcoming May, to cross the ocean. And I knew, I honestly didn't think it was even possible to get this amount of work done in the following 4 or 5 months. And as I made that post, and but I did. So
Wow.
yeah, crazy to think
So
about.
FT foot dot silent underscore J said on Instagram, the mouth of the Columbia is some of the most treacherous mouths in the world.
It's,
I
yeah,
guess
it's
we
called the Graveyard of the Pacific. It's like it is the
really.
most dangerous river bar in the world.
Have you been out?
No, I figured I'd just cross it the one time.
Maybe give it a test run.
You can go out all the time. It's not like that crazy. It can be the most catastrophic, amazingly craziest, dangerous thing in the world. Like just the other day, it was 32-foot seas out on the Columbia Bar, just right here. And or it can be just incredibly
So you're
uneventful.
gonna time it right where you're
Yeah,
not going to
exactly. Yeah,
32-foot seas. Wow.
yeah. Yeah, it gets
Uh,
crazy on the bar. It gets crazy here at the just outside here. It gets crazy. But yeah,
well, I'll be really glad to see you not in clothes that where you're cold.
oh,
I
I
can't
know.
wait to see you free and
Me
without
too. I can't wait to work
constraints.
on my boat in a t-shirt, you know,
Oh,
instead of just being, because my hands get so cold and you're doing all the work and you hit your hand on something and it is the most painful thing in the
oh
world.
yeah.
Like yeah. So I'm super excited. I'm never going to a cold climate ever again.
I don't blame you. I'm not a cold water sailor, a
Yeah.
cold wind sailor or anything.
No, it's brutal.
Okay, so let's see. Critical repairs or upgrades you made since we last talked. Um, did we talk about all of them?
Oh no, I mean there's so many
I know
things
there's like a lot of little things, but
I wouldn't even be able to
what are
critical.
some
Well, I mean the
major ones?
windlass. I went through that windlass saga because we talked about it last time. my whole windlass situation. I freaking solved it after going through the ringer. I finally solved it. So because what I had in there before was a smaller windlass, and it was only it was 50 feet of 1/4-inch chain, and it was 150 foot of road, and it's just super light um, gear.
150 feet and 50 feet of chain. That's pretty
50 feet
good.
of 50 feet of 1/4-inch chain. So it's like for like a dinghy.
Oh,
Like it was
okay. So you
super
changed that
lightweight.
out?
Yeah, so now I've got 150 feet of 5/16 high test and an additional 150 feet of road,
Oh,
which I
okay. That's more
initially
than
didn't
enough.
think was going to fit. My plan was to
Wow.
leave that system and then further back install an additional manual windlass and drill a hole through the deck that would go down to the bilge where I would deploy the chain into the additional chain for the separate system into the bilge. And I was, looking into it and thinking of it and talking to other people. Apparently chain stacks weird and it could get caught on the edges of the stainless steel tubing that I would have ran down the middle of
Yeah.
my boat.
Wow.
um, so I ended up trying and it worked. I can't believe, because I had that divider I had this weird divider in my sorry, I don't have to get into super details about it,
That's all
but
right.
I didn't think any of it was going to fit. And I had to replace the windlass and the hole for the new windlass. I totally thought, because I got the Lumar V2, which is the grade up from what I had.
Yeah.
And I thought bigger windlass, bigger hole. And it was the opposite. It was a bigger windlass, smaller hole.
Really?
And yeah, so I made that realization. I was like, oh shit. Because I didn't know how to fiberglass or do any of that stuff. And that was so far, it still is far out of my element. But I ended up, it took me like 13 days, every single day working on it, 13 days to do that job, to 13 days to fill the hole and refiberglass it and gel coat and all that
Did
stuff.
not?
Yeah, it was brutal. And I did it all because the problem was all that stuff, you get the fiberglass wet and the gel coat wet, you're done, it's over. And the epoxy. And I did all of that, and it was monsoon, winds, and
Uh-oh.
rain, like chaos. Like so I set up this like makeshift like tarp over the area, and so I spent days inside this tarp on my knees, just like huddled up doing this repair. And I literally, with toxic fumes flying around, I was wearing a mask, but I literally got a headache that lasted for like 5 days from being in there. And the wind ripping apart, I thought it was going to rip apart the all of that tarp, and it's literally stuff nightmares are made out of. It sucked.
How
But I
does
did
it
it.
look?
I
How
did. It
does it
looks
look?
good.
And how
It
does it work? Does it work
works.
okay?
Yeah, it works great. So I went to the store and got the thickest, most insane fiberglass they had to put on the bottom side. So if you look at the bottom side, you can't see it obviously because it's underneath, but
Yeah.
it's this massive fiberglass. So like that's not going anywhere. And then on the top side, I grinded it down and like feathered it all. And so I had this giant hole, and then grinded down all the fiberglass in my deck, and then I put like 13 or 14 layers of fiberglass to even it out, and then I did what's it called, um, um, a filler in there to even it out, sanded it, and then I did a barrier coat, and then I gel coated it, and it looks really good. Like the gel coat's brand
Oh,
new, so you can tell there's a difference in gel coat colors
yeah.
between the old gel coat and the new one. But I tried to design
That's
it
a
in a way.
real skill for both of those things, the
Yeah,
fiberglass and
I'm glad
that's
I learned.
amazing.
And now I have all this fiberglass and all of the equipment on board in the event I need to fiberglass something when I'm offshore. I know how to
That'll
do it.
probably come in handy.
Yeah.
And you could earn some extra bucks doing it for some other people.
There's no, you can't pay me anything to do that again.
It's not
There's
worth
no
it.
way. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. We got RT on congrats. Let's go Phoenix. Okay, there's one of your fans. Do you know them?
Yeah, I've seen his comments on my YouTube
Miscellaneous
and
if
yeah, my
maker
YouTube.
OG. And then Erica says it's amazing how you just figure things out. You know, when I asked Sailing Songbird this is he said, I said, how did you learn? Google.
Yeah, I use ChatGPT for
Yeah.
everything. I can literally send pictures of my problem, or
Yeah.
like doing wiring or something. I'll send pictures to ChatGPT and be like, "What? Why is my starter not working?" Or what?
I have whole conversations like my new
Yeah,
best friend.
I do too. Yeah, it is. It's the
It'll talk
reason
to you
all
like a
this is
person.
possible. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that does change the game, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah. Otherwise,
I
You would need like legitimately like a mentor in
right.
order to get it to do this.
Um, okay, is he leaving Astoria due west or selling south first? He said he was gonna sell south.
Yeah, I'm not stopping, but I'm going south.
Yeah. But yeah, like I don't see I ever have to talk to a computer support person ever again.
Yeah,
Um, uh,
yeah,
uh, you know, the boat. I mean, you could as long as you know what kind of equipment you have and you tell it, it'll tell you the ins and outs of that equipment. It'll make recommendations
yeah,
for
yeah.
different things you need to add. It's pretty cool.
It is. It works out really well.
Okay, so is there anything that you may not be able to fix or upgrade that you would like to, but I think you said you're gonna be, well, you gotta work to pay off your credit cards. Is there anything else that you're just
Yeah,
gonna
there's
wait till you get
one thing which you might probably not gonna like it, but it is my so this the one thing I haven't done, and so like the way I look at it is all of this. It's a balance of risk, of money,
yeah,
and of
risk reward.
chasing a dream. You know what I mean? All this stuff is getting balanced out, and I've balanced it all out to the best of my ability. And the thing that I have cut the corner on is the standing rigging. But I had it inspected by a boat builder,
Okay.
and because it's been a freshwater boat in its entire life, and
Awesome.
I had it inspected by a guy who's like a renowned, sailed around the world a bunch of times and built. He like lives on a boat that he built, and he I had him inspect it because I couldn't afford a rigger, and he said, and I've learned a lot too, just from him, and then just because it's the thing that's on my mind. So if I constantly inspect it as well, so I think I would like to replace it for sure, and I will replace it before I go to French Polynesia.
I think we
But
talked about that. I had recommended that you get it inspected. I
yeah,
think that was you.
yeah, that was
Um,
me. Yeah,
how much is the inspection? Guess that's what I do
it's
too.
like $500 or something.
Yeah, it's a good $500. It's worth it.
Yeah, I
But you
trust
had a
it.
buddy do it.
I trust him over that.
Sure.
I just trust the person that came and looked at it. So, and he also has no bias at all. He's just gonna just say it like if it needs to be replaced, he's gonna tell me. If it doesn't, then he's gonna say you're fine.
And what did he
Yeah.
say?
He said it looks good, looks fine. Looks
But
good.
you're gonna replace it before you go to French
Yeah,
Polynesia.
because it is old. So, but it has been replaced before. Because he noticed the fittings they were different
Oh,
fittings
yeah. Yeah,
on
some
it.
things have
So
been replaced.
yeah,
So, mi I don't know how to say your name, Miscellaneous If Maker OG,
it's
rigging very
Mischief
expensive
Maker.
in Hawaii, get done cheap in Mexico. That's kind of
Well, I don't know that it's that expensive in Hawaii. I've had people. I had one of my followers message me that he got his rigging in Hawaii for. He has a slightly smaller boat, but he got the rigging for. I mean, I would do it all myself. I wouldn't pay for somebody to do it,
wow.
but it would be. It's the only way to do it is doing it yourself, for me at least. For being poor, but he got his rigging for like $1,500. I think mine would probably be like I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, but around 2000. But yeah, I'll do that when I'm there. That will
Have you
be the
already
time.
looked into, like, you have to order it from
Yeah, they ship it. The expensive part is getting it shipped to Hawaii is what's
right.
expensive.
So you already got a quote?
Just from the guy that lives there, he got his shipped to him for 1,500. He's got like
Oh,
a
that's not
27-foot
bad.
boat. Yeah.
That was including the
That's
shipping?
just no, yeah, including the shipping.
So he's saying tariff ruined
Oh
that,
yeah,
but mine
yeah.
comes from Florida, so So he's shipping it to Hawaii, so that's still America.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So what else do you want to tell us?
I don't know. What else do you want to know?
Um, I think we've covered just about everything. Does anybody have any questions? I'm excited for you. I do want to follow you. Still not made here. Ah, I get you. Okay.
I don't know. You could think of all the things. If I uh stopped at all the, there's so many things that I've already done that have been so much out of my, like, I don't
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
trying to say, but like, um there's no point in looking too far ahead into the things, otherwise I'll just discourage myself. So like the standing rigging, is it going to be more expensive in Hawaii? Yeah. Is it not is it going to be practical? No. But I'm going to do it, and I am going to figure it out. So that's
I
just
get
how I've
it.
handled this entire process, because it's the only way. Otherwise you overthink everything, and it becomes too,
Overwhelming.
yeah, exactly. So I literally just, as the problem is in front of me, that's when I handle the issue. And so,
Erica
and
says it's been
you know what,
amazing watching you, Oliver. Just keep
maybe I get
going.
to maybe I get to Hawaii, and the price of standing rigging, it's $10,000 to things gone crazy and gone sideways. Maybe I just rig the boat with Dyneema. You know, I've seen people
Uh,
do that. A lot of people do that. So I don't know.
Admin logistics. Let's go, Phoenix. Love the videos. Cannot wait for the crossing. Got a
Hey,
lot of
thank you.
people behind you. I
Yeah,
know you
it's
got
been
like
amazing.
36,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, I think so now.
That's
It's been
impressive.
amazing. The support has been unreal. It's been unreal. Like, it's been so cool to have,
Now,
like,
I
literally,
know
like,
you have a GoFundMe, or what do you
yeah,
have?
I don't ever like advertise it.
Well, we're gonna do it right now.
All right. Just
Let's
feels
see
weird, but
what is it? No, this
it's
is
just
what you
on my
got to do.
Instagram.
So if you go to okay, we'll just let's see. We'll put this up. All right. If you go to, let me take that banner down. The comment. Oh, okay. I'm shopping for a solo sailor, doing research for 6 months. Looking out of San Diego area, have good prices now. We need a big send off from Astoria.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that's
I was
really
actually gonna do a post. I don't have anything to post today. I didn't post anything on social media, but I'll do that later today, I think. But yeah, I think I'll do. A lot of people have asked to do that, so I think the
like a meet and
27th.
greet and a fundraiser or something.
No, just to send off, like,
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
say bye. Here, I just so yeah, I think I'll make a vid. So I've decided, I think, on the 27th, which is a
Hmm.
Sunday, anyone can, come and say, see you later.
Okay, yeah. I guess if you try to plan something too big, that'll just be kind of stressful because you got to do all these
I'm
other
not going to
things.
do anything as far as, like, it's going to be
Yeah.
me. Just to be clear to everybody, it's going to be me, a boat, and a dock, and
Oh,
there
they can
either is
just
going to
come
be
up and
one person
say,
that shows up or 100. I have no idea, but that I'm not getting food or anything. It's not, I'm
right,
just
right, right. But
if
they
you want
can
to say
bring you
bye,
something. They can bring
then
you something.
yeah, yeah, you can bring me food. Yeah, yeah.
I wish I lived closer. I'll be there in spirit.
Well, I
Um,
appreciate you.
and and he said film the bar crossing, which I'm sure you will.
I don't know if I'm gonna film. It depends how. It's really
Stressful.
hard to film on a river. Like, it's really hard,
You
because
just
there's
have
so,
to mount your phone like right on the
yeah, I would
mountain or
have to do a
something.
mount and just do it like that. Which I mean, the whole process. So what's really cool. My brother is like an amazing, like, a filmmaker, and he makes
Oh,
films and specializes in, like, documentaries and stuff. And he's super talented, and he definitely he's given me some, like, pointers on, like, making my videos and stuff. He lives in the UK, but he agreed for this. So the whole thing is going to be YouTube style, documented, horizontal, for the passage to Hawaii. And I'm going to just record everything, and he's going to put it all together. So,
oh,
like,
I was
my
gonna
YouTube
say
videos
that's
suck, you know what I mean? Like, they're not very good. Um,
well, that's great.
but
You can just send them to him during the
I'm gonna
trip and Have a
So
nice little
I don't know if I'll do it during the trip, but when I get there for sure, but everything I'll have on my computer here, and it'll be all organized by day,
organized. Oh, good.
and then once I get there, I'll transfer it all to him, and he'll edit it all, and he's gonna put it all
That's
together, and it'll
that's
be
fabulous.
yeah. I'll have um, a guy who is really good at making documentaries basically make my make the passage, so that's cool.
So, listen, if you guys want to support Oliver, you can go to his Instagram, sailing_with_Phoenix, and you can check out his GoFundMe, and it's a good cause. So he's not going to ask for it, so I'm going to do it for him. Send your money.
You don't have to. You could just follow me and just be along for the journey. I don't know.
So if
Yeah.
you want to track him, he is going to try to work something out. Maybe what if
Yeah.
they? I don't know if it'd be too many people DMing you because you
Yeah.
could send it. You could send it out
Yeah, it's my DMs
individually.
are out of control right
I
now.
bet
I've
they
had
are.
to not open it because gives me too because I try and respond to everybody.
You respond to me. Well,
Yeah,
I also text
you're
you. Oh,
yeah, and you're in my primary. I've got like a primary chat and like a
okay,
general
okay,
chat when it
okay.
gets separated on Instagram after you hit a certain amount of followers, and you're in like my primary chat.
Thank you.
Um, but so I mean, it's just been difficult because I try and message everybody back.
Yeah,
But as I've gotten more and more followers, it's become more and more like
you
crazy
need a little
difficult.
help. Somebody else looking at it,
Yeah,
huh?
no, I don't want to do that. I'd
Yeah,
rather
you don't
I'd
want
rather
anybody
not
looking at
respond than have somebody else messaging for me.
it. Well, Miss, I don't know how to say it. And Missive Maker OG says you should get an ID tracker so subscribers can follow. So just remember that name, and maybe you can send him. He
Yeah,
wants to follow, and I'm going to be posting too. He's going to give me the tracker so I can maybe give some updates too on my channel.
yeah,
So anybody else got any questions? Bring them on. He's leaving in 2 weeks.
yeah. Too old, depending on the weather, but I'll be ready in 2 weeks.
He said 100 miles out. Curious how far south before due west. Oh,
Whatever
okay.
the
He's
wind.
asking about how. Yeah, that's what I was asking. And you're just like until the butter melts.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I don't know. Yeah, until I mean, I don't know exactly. I can't tell you the miles and stuff, but I've been looking at predicted wind every day, and there is a point where it kind of it just starts to, um, you just follow it to Hawaii.
So if he knows the what's this? Followed James and a few others across. When he figures out where the trade winds are favorable to take him to Hawaii, that's when he's going to cross. So if anybody out there knows exactly where that is, you've been looking on
Yeah, I
predicted
check it
wind.
every day. I update it. But right now, May 1st is not looking good.
What's it look like?
It's just headwind all the way to basically
Oh,
California.
so it's a south wind
Yeah,
that's coming up, and you just be going right into the wind.
yeah, which I don't want to do. Just
Yeah,
really like I wouldn't mind too much myself. I think as far as the comfort factor, but like it's hard on the boat and it'd be really hard on my cat if we're just
yeah,
pounding into the waves constantly.
right, yeah.
And I just don't want to put her through that. I don't want to put the boat through it too for the first, this first passage at least as well. And this boat doesn't point into wind very well. It does now with the new sails, but it does much better. But yeah,
So he says usually 400 miles past USA. So I think he's thinking of people cross when they get down to Mexico. But you had said your plan was you'll be crossing when you're off the coast of California.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, this is very exciting. Don't forget to send me that link. I will. I want to follow you, and we're going to do another interview when you get to the other side.
yeah. Cool. That's fine. It's fine with me.
So everybody, come off the bucks, peel off the bread for for Oliver,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
go to @sailing_with_Phoenix on Instagram and see if you can make a donation. I'm going to make one myself.
No, you don't have to do that.
Yes, I want
You
to.
don't have to
No,
do that.
it's the least
I'll
I
take
can
it
do.
down.
Yeah, you're not going to
Yeah,
turn it down. I know you.
yeah. Thank you.
That's what I'll do. We have a lot of people on Instagram watching. That's pretty cool. Oh, someone says, what your ft.silent_J says, what you're doing is so cool, so inspiring, and love following you on your journey. Can't wait to see you be in Hawaii. Me too. Safe travels, you and Phoenix. So cool. How much you love your cat too. A man that can love a cat is a good man. I'm just here to tell you.
I'm surprised she's not. I was hoping she was gonna come sit on my lap right now.
Yeah, I've had somebody
Usually
that's
always
asked
does.
to see the cat.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't know. She's on her own terms. I can go take a look.
She's a cat. That's why.
Don't judge the boat. Don't judge the mess in the boat.
Oh, the boat's beautiful. What are you talking about? Let's see where that kitty is.
I have to lure her out with cheap treats.
Oh, yeah.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
The 100 miles out sailing south, tougher than going west. It's rarely sailed on circulation journeys. And I can't speak to that. So this is what Miss If Maker OG.
I think it's Mischief Maker.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mischief Maker. Thank you for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been around he comments on all of my YouTube videos.
He's an OG.
He's an OG. Yeah, he's been around since the very first one.
There's the kitty. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see the kitty. This is Phoenix, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Phoenix.
This is Phoenix. This is the star of the show right here.
Kitty, 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 kitty. Hey, kitty.
Yeah, she's awesome. So yeah, the boat's name's, a lot of people get it confused, but so my boat's name is Phoenix, so is my cat's.
Right.
I named the boat after my cat.
What are they confused about?
I don't know. They don't know what my cat's name is.
Oh, okay. Well, it's sailing with Phoenix. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I could guess. Yeah. So I'm not sure what this is. Washington to California. I'm not sure what that says. You see it? Mischief Maker.
Some cruise ship. I don't know.
Some of the roughest waters, maybe. Washington to California, some of the roughest waters. I think I have that.
I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know for sure.
There's that kitty. Tuna fish 50 miles out on Pacific. It's nasty. Okay, so no eating tuna? It's nasty? No? You don't know? Roughest.
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, what did he? This is your.
I don't. Well, I don't know.
He's full of knowledge today. He's throwing it out.
Yeah, he's full of knowledge on my YouTube too. He's also throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. We've been on an hour. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna be following, and I do want that link. Please don't forget about me.
If you remind me, I'll send it for sure.
I will. I won't let you forget. And we're looking at May 1st. You're gonna be ready for May 1st, but you'll judge it by the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be getting lots of opinions on that.
Yeah, I'm just taking it. I don't know. I'm just going for it and using my best judgment on things, and I will find out how things go when I do it. So
he said, "Why not much info? Sail Great Pacific Northwest." Not much info on the. I'm not sure what he was saying there. He's typing fast. Okay. All right, Oliver. You're doing great. Everybody's proud of you.
Thank you.
It's amazing. You're an inspiration. You go from sailing knowledge from 0 to 900. And
it's not 0 anymore, but it's about 2.
0 to 60. Yeah. No, I can't believe you tackled gel coat.
Yeah, that was the one of the most hardest jobs I've done. Like,
you don't want to get into that.
The hardest thing I've ever done. Not only because of the work, but like just the environment I was in sucked. So I was proud of that one for sure. And it's a good skill.
Would you do another repair if you had to? Or
if it was my boat, yeah, and I had to do it for sure. I wouldn't ever want to do that again. It's so terrible because you can actually see my anchor locker right there.
Yeah, right. I
And
see
so,
it.
like, it's just a tiny hole, and it's just a fiberglass divider. So I was in there for hours with my arms in there on my back with the
Yeah, I
fiberglass.
know what you're talking about, that fiberglass divider. Your
Yeah,
back was on that?
yeah, my back was on it because it's the only way. And then I was up above sanding the fiberglass above me, and I was in there for hours doing that.
Ugh.
And the whole job was really hard. But
Alright, I'm something sail by November, sailing next season, prepare for rain, good luck.
thanks, man.
Alright. Okay. This is how we end this. I'm gonna
Cool.
say goodbye, thank you, and Salty Abandon out.